Good evening. My name is James White. I'm a realtor with M1 Realty Inc. I have designations as a seller's rep specialist, a credit buyer's agent, and a military relocation professional. I'm also certified in commercial properties and short sales and foreclosures, as well as HUD. Now, there are many ways to buy a house. Obviously, you can go the HUD house route, which is not what it used to be. People hear HUD and they think, but it's not. HUD is going to take a minute. You're going to need to get an offer accepted. You're going to have to wait for all the bids to go in. And the list is not what it used to be. Like I said, it's just not what it used to be. Foreclosures, even auctions. You go to auctions and people you get people going to these auctions and they pay a lot of money for these houses at auction. Now, I'm not here to really tell you all of these different ways to go about buying a house. I'm here to tell you how to go through a realtor to buy a house. Before you go to the realtor, it's wise to shop around for a mortgage. You can go online and find mortgages. You get your pre-approval, and then you're ready to talk to a realtor. Now, don't get me wrong. You can go to a realtor. You go to a good realtor, and they pretty much know somebody who can get you financed. We do this regularly. We deal with the finance department. We deal with inspectors. We deal with other agents and other brokers. We deal with a lot of people. We deal with repair people, with cleaning people, moving people. I personally can pretty much point you in the right direction for anybody or any professional that you're looking for in regards to real estate. I don't always like to, but I will, because I don't want someone being upset or disappointed by somebody else's work that I had no control over. So what I will do is, so in the case of a mortgage broker or a loan officer, I will give 3 or 4 contacts and explain that you would want to interview each one. And a lot of times you don't really need to know a lot of questions to ask them when you call them, because they're going to start talking. And when they start talking, you ask questions. But you should have questions that and concerned about your real concerns. If you were concerned about the interest rate, which you should be, you should ask. If you're concerned about your payments, your monthly payments, how much you're going to need to close, your mortgage broker can pretty much walk you through all of that. I can walk you through. His numbers are going to be a little bit more accurate than mine, and the title companies will be even better. So, once you find a realtor and you find a mortgage broker, sometimes you don't have a choice. But I'm going to tell you, if you have a choice. If you have a choice, I suggest buying a house with cash, because you're going to get probably the best deal. Transactions going to go through faster. And if you want to, later on, you can finance the house. You don't have to just keep it in cash if you don't want to. But it's kind of cool to not have a note. If you don't have this cash option, I would suggest you try to go conventional. Conventional is a lot more attractive to a seller. They don't have to deal with the FHA or the VA with their appraisals. Conventional Conventional is really it's the way you want to go, and I do know people who can get you a conventional loan for as low as zero down, but you have to pay the closing costs. It all depends on your credit. If you go on FHA, you're going to want a FHA or VA. When you submit an offer for an FHA or VA mortgage, you're going to have a VHA slash no FHA slash VHA VA. Oh my goodness. You have the FHA slash VA addendum on this document. You're gonna want to put that you will be responsible for making significant repairs up to however much you feel is fair or how much you can afford, because this is going to be your house and you want it done. You want it done right. You don't just want them to go in and fix up something just to be good enough, right? You want it done right, so you pay for it. It's your house. Now, regardless of whether you go conventional, FHA, or VA, and maybe even cash, you might want to offer a little more than list price. The realtors put the prices pretty much close to appraisal value because we use a formula that's one of the formulas that an appraiser uses. It's the cost comparison. It's like comparing apples to apples. It's not just because a house was around the corner and you can't go on Zillow and know the value of your house. You just can't. You're gonna need somebody to go in there and price it if you're going to get a reasonable, realistic value. And that's what the realtor is for. That's what I'm here for. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that in today's market, and I'm not talking about last year, I'm not talking about tomorrow, I'm talking about today. In today's market, if you want to get an offer accepted for a house, if you want to buy a house and you really seriously want a house, what you want to do is offer a little more. You don't necessarily have to have the highest offer, but you have to have a realistic offer, because nobody likes for the deal to fall apart and they have to relist the house again. Not the seller, not the seller's agent, and the buyer's agent definitely is not trying to have this deal fall apart. Everybody, it takes time, it takes money, it takes a lot sacrifice when you're doing work for somebody else and you end up doing it for nothing. So you want it to work, and that's why I'm here to tell you right now. If you want to get your offer accepted in today's market, you don't have to have the highest offer. You have to have a real offer. If you want to go higher than the list price, you guarantee that price over appraisal. If you got $10,000 to go over, offer the 10 on top of the mortgage to make the difference, so that you will be able to get approved for that amount minus what you have, so that the seller can still get what you told them you would give them. You can't just give them what you don't have and the bank won't give you more than what it appraised for. Then you get that on the other side of it with the FHA/VA addendum, and you tell them that, hey, look, I'm willing to put the money up for the repairs. So you got them on the top and you got them on the bottom. You get an FHA, it's going to have to take 45 days. So if you can do it in 30 with a conventional, that's what you want to do. You want to close as quick as possible. And occupancy is another big thing. If they need 60 days, give it to them. If they need, offer them 30 more. I'm here to help you buy a house if you're serious. I'm here to help you sell your house. If you want to sell your house, as I said, I'm a seller's rep specialist. I can conduct open houses if you want, even though it's COVID-19 right now, and I pretty much advise against it. Nevertheless, the show must go on, and we're allowed to have open houses. Now, of course, if I conduct open house, I would prefer to do it by appointment, one client at a time. Everybody will have to sign in. Everybody will have to take a temperature. And everybody will have to wear shoe covers and gloves. I will provide refreshments and I will help you with anything pretty much that you need help with. My name is James White, 248-891-3876 with M1 Realty Inc. And I'm here to help. Have a blessed day.